And bing bang boom, the internet is back. Fuck you, Xfinity! Alright.
Alright. Let's finish off this
okay, my
surprising treat.
KB is steadying. I'm steadying.
Oh, wait. Got the corgi back on one tab.
Steadying.
And the corgi's back.
Alright, it looks like I have steadied once more.
Well, tell that to Twitch.
I will tell that to Twitch.
I resulted to looking
I mean,
up
you made an
wild boars.
effort, you're not abrasive, I've met abrasive people. Well, thanks, probably gonna read your other stuff. Since you're a bit of a Cal, you're right, he's a crew of Dragonfly. German. And the corgi went away, well, that's the problem. Characters, I mean, good idea. Oh, well, yep, okay. Okay, yeah, no, I'm getting a steady stream rating of 4. So we should be solid from now on.
Alright.
Once it there it goes.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
And
we all online again.
Live.
The record 12 minutes of
Hey,
time.
hey, Xenon, that is a record low. Thank you very much, because I spent the last 84 hours with only 2 hours of those being online. So, fuck Comcast. I reiterate.
Ah, the travesty. The poor boy was forced to go
Don't you
days without internet.
tell him, Calvin.
Yeah, that's right, Calvin. You tell him. You show him what's what.
What's going on?
Anyway.
Yes, keep going.
I was just saying,
Yeah,
let's finish
keep
off this
going. Let's
surprising
see this out.
treat. This is what the Tuesdays are supposed to be about anyway. The good stuff.
Yes, indeed, the good stuff.
You disturbed a fight with a demon, the cute blonde said, and helped the Starfleet officer to get up. Shaking his head, he tried to jog his memory, then looked at her. Demon? And he was sure that she could tell his skepticism. Alright, so no. Finish the paragraph
She
and then
could.
criticize.
Well, okay.
I'm just saying, like, we'll just finish.
It's better if you finish the
Yeah.
whole paragraph and then criticize it.
Hi, she said, and started to explain before she pointed at herself. By the way, I'm Sailor Moon. Cal tilted his head. Sailor Moon? Strange name, but then, what was not these days? When Mr. and Mrs. Moon wanted to call their child Sailor, why not? Kids have names like... well done, Cal. Have
Alright,
kids
points.
named like
Given for
Jesse
that.
Yeah,
Blue
that's
today? Or was this Jimmy Blue? Cal didn't know, and when he was perfectly honest, he didn't care. I like Cal! If Mrs. Moon wanted her daughter to be named Sailor, then this was okay. And maybe that was just a vocal and acoustical misunderstanding. Maybe she was named Selamoon or so. And maybe Sela meant something in Japanese. Something like pretty or toilet paper or so. Well done. You've gotten actual laughs out of us.
Okay, that was actually a good. That was a good little gag. Like I was saying earlier,
This one's for you, Cal.
I'm not gonna keep. I'm not gonna keep harping on the same grammar issues. That should be pretty obvious by this point. But for that she could tell his skepticism, that sounds a bit odd. I think you probably get away with that on an essay.
No. The
But,
correct thing to do would be to say he could tell that he could tell that she thought he was skeptical or something along those lines.
Or, you know, that she could see his skepticism.
Yeah.
Because, you know, whenever you have a line like this, well, my brain was going somewhere with it, then it lost it. My brain has abandoned me.
Your brain is indeed
You seem to understand what I was trying to get at. You continue on in my stead.
Well, no, I mean, my point was just that there were better and less awkward sounding ways to phrase that sentence. That was all.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what else you wanted to add, boy.
Something about expressions, but
I mean, yeah, he couldn't quite hide the skeptical expression on his face if you don't want to outright say things.
Right. The missus as well. When used in this form, it should be missus, not es. Otherwise, you have apparently Mr. Moon has a bunch of fucking wives.
Well, I mean, we're not judging. We're not judging if that's what you meant, my friend.
No, we're not judging.
We're just questioning.
It's a bit odd. I wasn't aware that her father
yes,
was a
we do in fact have stories we have posted to the internet. Time to shamelessly self-promote.
I personally have not yet, but I'm working on one, but I haven't yet. Because after all the criticizing I do, I have to make sure I actually get it right.
Yeah. Look at the bright side, Atin. It is a crack fic that you and I are working on, so, different rules to follow.
I mean, yeah. Alright, Sneaky, go ahead. Shamelessly plug your fucking monstrosity of a fanfiction.
Hey, it ain't no monstrosity.
I'm referring to length with monstrosity, sir.
That is
okay,
fair
I
enough.
was gonna say, as the one who handles the bulk of the writing, I would have had to hit you.
So, since you asked for it, here is the fanfiction I, SneakyDevil, and Max Force are currently working on. It is a Dark Souls story. Pure Dark Souls. Only Dark Souls. Dark Souls for days.
Except for the crossovers.
There's no crossovers.
There are no crossovers yet. When they appear, they will be properly labeled, unlike certain asshats in the Ruby section.
Indeed.
That's fun.
You know what? When you start properly labeling them, you should take some shots at him. He deserves it.
We put this Ruby one-shotted just to spite this man.
This story is dedicated to that asshole that refuses to place his story in the crossover section.
And will continue to claim these OCs that are clearly just Dark Souls characters.
Yeah, a heads up, if you're gonna read that story, we go very heavy into lore, Dark Souls lore.
They'd be theory crafting.
If you're not as up as we are, you're gonna get quickly lost as to what we're talking about.
It should also be noted that there are going to be theories that, quite frankly, are blatantly wrong for us, but that's because we weren't aware of certain flavor text with certain things, because
what were we wrong
didn't
in?
sit down. Some of the Islith stuff. I think we made a few. I think we just did a few fuck ups with some of the theory crafting, but at this point, so far, I said fuck it.
Yeah.
Going.
No one's commented on it, so.
To be fair, there's not many who are going to comment on it.
Just as a side thing, not that much.
No.
Well, the Dark Souls section doesn't get a lot of traffic.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, let's wrap this up.
Yep.
Let's finish.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
And who are you?
Yeah. And who are you, she asked, and Cal gulped. How would he like to be addressed here, in this situation, after all? She had just fought a gigantic thingy, which she called a demon. Could he dare to reveal himself, that he was a Starfleet officer, or should he stick to his persona? He assumed here, the one of the journalist at DEJ Press. The Deutsch, English, Japanese... I don't know. Sorry, that's not working for me. I don't know that pronunciation.
The Dutch, English, Japanese press.
Yeah.
Which he proceeds to actually say.
Yeah. Or should he do the same thing he did in Agrabah, call himself the Doctor, and introduce his girlfriend as River Song? Unoriginal. That unoriginal bastard! He shook his head and decided that if she said that she had fought a demon, that she was a nut job. So he had nothing to lose, cleared his throat, grabbed her hand, shook it, and said, "Hello, Selamoon. I'm Captain Calvin Nathan Cat, commanding Federation starship USS Dragonfly," and he could hear Agnes's hand hitting her face palming the Starfleet way. I'll give you that one. It is certainly that. He just violated like 4 million different versions of the Prime Directive. Bad, naughty. But on the other hand, most other Starfleet captains have at best a casual relationship with following that rule, so I can't really fault the man.
Yeah, they just kind of keep it framed in a dark corner of the office when it's just out of sight.
I like to think that there is a poster. You know one of those posters. Days since Prime Directive has been violated. 0. Time to reset the counter, boys.
Sir, it was already at 0.
Listen, you can go into negatives and we'll owe days.
Days. I mean, hey, if you're going back in time, I mean,
it is possible. Anyway, just a small point of order for the introduction in English. I'm Captain Calvin Nathan Cat. I mean, if that's his full name, then that is correct. Commanding Federation Starship USS Dragonfly. A better way to word it would be Commanding Officer of the Federation Starship USS Dragonfly. Or what are some other variations, guys, that would work?
Full name probably would not be given.
No, if he's making a formal introduction, first name is perfectly acceptable.
But you wouldn't include Captain then.
It'd
be I'm Captain Cat, the commanding officer of the Federation Starship USS Dragonfly, or it'd be I am Calvin Cat, the captain of the Federation Starship USS Dragonfly.
You rank with your full name.
I'm just saying it's not fitting her introducing herself as Sailor Moon. As far as he's aware, that's her normal name.
Yeah, but on the other hand, though, he's an officer in the Sneaky. He's an officer in Starfleet. There are certain expectations that go along with that. Name, rank, serial, ring a bell.
I realize that. I'm just saying that in terms of formality between the two.
It was just another day at the office. Your Thursdays seem interesting.
It depends what type of job you're in.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes, indeed, Calvin.
Then the captain looked at Selamoon, tilted his head, and tilted again. This time in a different direction. So you were fighting a demon. We call them... Hey, Max, pronunciation check.
Yoma.
Basically your typical demon. They're out to poison your soul and stuff like that. Yes, what a casual thing to drop. Just a little bit of soul poisoning.
Did you just miss an entire...
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
You have lost all right to comment on me, sir.
Good lord, I did. My apologies. I did. Oh boy. Yep. Nope, I missed 3 sentences. That was bad.
That was not just sentences, 3 whole lines.
3 whole lines, whatever. I would like to remind you guys that I am also blind in one eye.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I wasn't aware you needed depth perception to read a screen.
Well, no, it actually can mess you up. A lack of depth perception can mess you up when you're trying to read, though.
I think you're just covering your ass.
I think...
Yes, I am! I like my ass covered!
And it's working.
Anyway, so, yeah, my bad. I missed some lines there. Don't they have a convention every October in the nice little city of Detroit? Clearly, you are not an American. Clearly, you are not American because you have called Detroit a nice little city.
It's not a nice
At no
city.
point in time has Detroit ever been a nice little city.
Man. What is...
Detroit is a festering hellhole.
What is the murder
And
rate
even
of
when
Detroit?
it wasn't a festering hellhole, it was not nice, nor was it little.
Detroit. I think Chicago might be higher than Detroit.
Yes. We're also better off than Detroit, Crowbar, because we still have our utilities.
That is a true fact.
That is a low blow, sir.
But it's the only thing that we have.
Yeah, we'll take what we can get. Anyway, never mind. What is a Yoma? Basically, your typical demon. They're out to poison. Okay, yep. Cal tilted his head again. You and your friends. Who are you? Japanese Wonder Woman? Roll credits.
Japanese Wonder Woman.
Never mind.
No, hold on. I got the clip.
Oh God, you have a
Still
clip
more
for this.
screen time than Batman v Superman.
Zing!
God, I wish that and I
Why
regret
would
watching that
you?
extended cut. I lost 3 hours of my life to that
Oh,
shit.
come on.
Yeah.
Where is this clip? Ah, damn it. Fuck it all.
Sneaky.
Instant CSI.
Sneaky, chat is saying muted.
I'm
What?
muted?
I don't know, it's just...
What? Muted.
Xenon's been saying muted.
I'll take a look.
Okay, it's normal. What? Is Comcast screwing with you again?
Probably.
No, I am reporting 10 up, and 4 of them are dedicated to this stream. So,
All right. Oh, you get out of here with that, Xenon.
I legitimately read that link as Dr. Whore. Dr. Whore views.
You okay?
God,
It's been a little too long for him. Forgive him.
No, seriously,
Uh,
Dr.
No, no, no.
Whore views.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Alright.
yeah, Dr. Horby.
Sneaky, I think you need to go look at the Never Give Up Your Way to get a quick boost of inspiration.
Oh boy, yeah, no, I am instant reading it as horror. Definitely good.
Anyway, never
Painting
mind.
crowbars.
Cal side.
Last chance this
Dr.
generation.
Whore.
Doctor. You know, I'm sure that's out
I
there.
am sure there's a porn out there with
I
that
assume
name.
So. That I will not look up on my
Oh,
computer.
you say, and in fact, we're so we know we've been around on the internet long enough. We don't need to check if it exists. We know it exists. We haven't seen it, but we know it exists. Yeah, don't link that in the chat if you find it. Don't link that.
Yeah,
That'll get you banned.
That will, yeah. I'll have to ban you.
Banned.
Should have used. Yes, you should have used tiny URL. Shame on you, you Dr.
Shame.
Whore view lover.
Anyway, is that our second T-shirt, Dr. Whore?
Yes.
But you are some cosplayers, right? I mean, this was just a rehearsal for the next anime convention that went downhill when your friend shoved me over the edge of the building, yes? Sella Moon shook her head. No, those are real demons. They are out to... Cal interjected. Miss Moon, there are no such things as demons. If you had said aliens, I might have believed that. Although I'd ask myself what kind of aliens those would be. Borg, Cardassians, Klingons. But demons. Nah, demons don't exist. That said, he felt a touch on his right shoulder. Agatha, he said, stop it. I'm trying to bring some sense into this young girl's mind. Again, a touch on his right shoulder. Agatha, stop it. His exo's voice originated left of his position. Cal, I'm not doing anything. Probably you should take a look. Cal could not help but gulp. He turned around, followed the tentacle that was on his shoulder with his eyes, and saw the giant thing hovering next to him. Oh crap. That was no cosplayer. The captain had found his phaser, pointed it up at the Yoma, fired, and nothing happened. Japanese Wonder Woman intervened and attacked again. Cal looked at her. Sella Moon, take cover. And with that, he opened his own can of whoop-ass in the form of his phaser. At first barraging, then he set his phaser on overload and threw it at the Yoma. The entity grabbed the weapon, and vanished in an explosion. Ah, yes, the good old Starfleet disregard for bringing your weapon back on the mission.
Yep.
Now I do have one little comment to say is you already proven earlier that the phaser was basically useless against it, so there's no real point in having the comment of at first barraging. Just have them set it to overload and throw.
Yeah,
Wasn't it still set to stun?
yeah, it would still set.
That's what I'm saying. You set it. Just get rid of at first barraging. He opened his own can of whoop-ass in the form of his phaser. He set the phaser to on overload and threw it at the Yoma.
Yeah, and jumping back up to the top, Japanese friends, cosplayers, real demons. That's all fine. Demons don't exist. I'm trying to bring some sense into this young girl's mind. The more common English colloquialism is talk some sense into.
Yep. Going up a bit further, by the way, where Cal interjected, they are out to. This is where you need to replace the ellipse with a hyphen.
Yeah,
It's
that's
an
where
abrupt,
that's what happens when an
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because he's abruptly interrupting her. Just she's in the middle of talking, and she's cut off. An ellipsis implies that there was time for her sentence to just kind of trail off. Whereas a hyphen makes it clear that someone is immediately saying, "Nah, fuck you. I'm not letting you finish."
Not necessarily quite that rudely, but
It
Yeah.
can be.
It usually is that rudely, though, at least in my
Yeah.
experience.
That's at least an improv classes I've taken. And that's usually how you would read the script.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cal took a deep breath when he turned around just to feel something hit him. He stumbled forward. Agatha grabbed him and they both fell to the ground. When Cal came to, he felt the hand of his ex on his head in a protective way. And then he heard the fighting noises of Selamoon and the other girls. What? The Starfleet captain said you missed some spaces. And Agatha pressed him on the ground. You stay put. Let the sailor scouts handle this. Cal could not help but nod. Yeah, let the professionals handle things. After all, how did the lyrics go? There's something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Now that's a crossover I would read.
Oh boy.
And how could one continue that lyric? There's aliens invading, using humans for food. Who you gonna call? Starfleet. Or the Men in Black. There's Yomas on your roof, up to no good. Who you gonna call? The Sailor Scouts. I'm not gonna attempt to sing, because I actually like the people in the chat, and I don't sing well.
Alright, so as a closing song to you all, I give to you this true gem of Ghostbusters on floppy disk drives.
Well, that is a
I
gem.
think I've heard this before. I might have heard
We thank you all. We thank everybody here for your time. We're pleasantly surprised that we got to actually help someone tonight and read something that wasn't garbage. Which, trust us, that's more rare than we would like.
Alright, that is it. That is all. Today's stream has ended. Goodbye.
Hang on a
So
second.
long. Farewell.
What is Xenon giving us here?
It's a
a
Yoma.
picture of a Yoma, I believe.
Oh, now is not the time for my VPN to suddenly slow down.
Good night, everybody.